Spark encapsulates our passion for exploring the vast unknown of unvoiced thoughts and ideas.
Still, with 7 seconds remaining, it was up to the best kicker in the game to keep San Diego unbeaten.
Yard field goal to win it with 7 seconds to go in the game. The snap, it's down. On the way, Carney.
John Carney's clutch kick accounted for only 3 of his league-high 135 points, but none was bigger, as San Diego took sole possession of first place in the AFC West.
It's always fun to kick the Raiders, isn't it? But I will admit, I will confess, I'm a closet Raider fan. I mean, they are so cool. They have a stadium in Las Vegas known as the Death Star. It doesn't get much cooler than that. But picture yourself as that kicker. Walking out onto the field, probably jogging. A couple minutes left, actually a couple seconds left in the game, 70,000 screaming fans, 53 teammates on the sideline, and on the field with you, coaching staff, hundreds of thousands of viewers watching. Is there room for doubt? Is there room for disbelief? Do you fear failure, success, or criticism? Well, let's start with this. Success. That was a successful kick. Kicker did his job. Why would anybody fear success? Well, success brings distraction, responsibility, attention, and that can set an athlete or a performer off their process, because performers and athletes, especially that continue to perform a repetitive skill like kicking, we focus on process to get to the desired outcome, and those distractions, that attention, can really set you off your game. It happens in the PGA all the time. You'll see these golfers win a tournament, and they just have this rise to greatness, like a meteor. And then comes the attention. Then comes the endorsements and the commercials, the TEDx talks. And does that series, that tidal wave of responsibility and distraction set that athlete off? They don't get back to their process and their focus, and they never regain that opportunity to play at that highest level. Fear success. Do you fear failure? Well, here it is. There's my big failure. The Music City Miracle. New Orleans versus the Jacksonville Jaguars, 2003. We have this great play at the end of the game. We lateral the ball 1,000,000 times. We score a touchdown. All we need is an extra point to go into overtime and hold on to our playoff dreams, week 15. This guy misses the extra point. 2,028 views on this one, guys, on YouTube. Pretty good, huh? Not what I wanted, for sure. That was a tough one for me. That was a tough one for my career. Was that a roadblock? Was that a showstopper? We'll talk about that. Criticism comes with the territory. Cody Parkey had a great season with the Miami Dolphins, went up to play for the Chicago Bears. Playoff game against the Philadelphia Eagles. Misses a kick, hits the upright. You see, it says bounce because the media people are really witty. Done. No longer a Bear. In fact, he's no longer in the NFL. Criticism. I will say this about criticism. They don't build statues for critics. Ignore the critics. I'll give you some homework. It's not the critic who counts. Okay? Theodore Roosevelt, look it up. You'll love it. We need to get ourselves to a situation, a place, where we believe that we are the best man or the best woman for the job, okay? Without a shadow of a doubt, we've built ourselves up to a position that we truly believe we are the best man or woman for the job. We're going to start that process. We're going to stop whining, and we're going to start winning. We're going to get off the complaint train. A lot of people like to make a lot of excuses, point out all the reasons why they can't be successful, why something's too difficult. Get off the complaint train, start finding ways to win. We want the pressure. Most pressure is self-imposed. But when there is pressure, it's because it's meaningful, it's important, it's crucial, and it's something that's going to be rewarding for us. Brings a little bit of pressure. Pressure's okay. Because pressure is going to bring adrenaline, and adrenaline is our friend. As a place kicker, adrenaline makes us strong. It also makes us fast. So as a place kicker, or someone who, again, performs a repeatable drill, we have to keep our same tempo, because tempo is key for kicking. Nerves. We have to recognize nerves, but nerves are good because, again, nerves mean that it's important to us. And nerves are going to trigger our focus and heighten our senses, the fight or flight response. So, one of our goals as a performer, one of our goals when you enter the arena is not to go in without any nerves. A little bit of nerves, very good. It's going to trigger adrenaline. It's going to get us ready. It's going to heighten our senses. But we do not want tension, because tension is the enemy. So how are we going to avoid that? Through preparation. General MacArthur, preparation is the key to success. Why? Because it builds confidence, it reduces tension, it creates a routine and process. We talked about how athletes are married to and committed to routine and process. It keeps our mind on task, and it continues to strengthen our belief. So ask yourself, let's do a little research. I think and feel this way when I'm performing well. So think of a time in your life where things went really well. You had to perform, you had to show up, you had to do your job, and it went really well. What was on your mind? What led up to that? How was your preparation? How did you feel? Hold on to those, gravitate to those elements. And conversely, I think and feel this way when I'm not performing well. Think of a time when things did not go your way. Things went a little sideways. What were you thinking? How was your preparation? How did you feel? How did you sleep? How did you eat? All those elements may have led to your performance being not what you wanted. So believe it or not, these are beliefs, examples of beliefs. Positive, I'm good under pressure. I'm stronger, I focus well, I adapt quickly, I don't dwell on the past, I thrive under pressure, I live for the fourth quarter. These are positive beliefs that we want to gravitate to, that we want to be part of who we are when we enter the arena. These negative beliefs or counterproductive beliefs are what we do not want. Kicking, punting, snapping is difficult. Algebra, difficult. This essay, difficult. College applications, difficult, okay? Let's reword that, okay? How about they're challenging, but I will meet the challenge, okay? Let's get rid of the negative concept of difficult. I can't control my nerves. I never get the chance, okay? These are negative. We need to do some research. We need to find out what the origin of some of these negative beliefs are. Then we need to heal from them, and then we need to crush them, because they become self-fulfilling prophecies. So, here we go. Here's some guys that beat the belief. So, Roger Bannister, to the left, okay? For the history of the world, okay, the 4-minute mile was a mystical goal, okay? It was unattainable. But Roger Bannister, a very smart man who later became a neurologist, figured it out. He did the math, and in 1954, he broke the 4-minute mile. He's the one that raised the bar, broke the 4-minute mile. And since then, over 1,700 runners have broke the 4-minute mile. But it took him first. Someone needed to step up and prove and believe that it could be done. Space travel, how'd you like to be that scientist, the NASA guy, the NASA woman that walks into the boardroom and says, okay, yeah, we've shot up some rockets, but now we're going to put an airplane like a shuttle on a rocket, and it's going to go up into space, and it's going to come back down, it's going to land, it's going to glide down back to Earth. Then we'll use it again a few more times. That probably didn't go over too well. There it is, the space shuttle. What a great program for us. The New Orleans Saints, that used to be called the New Orleans Aints, okay? They're never going to win a championship. Well, there they are, 2009. I have the proof right here. 2009, Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints win the Lombardi Trophy, Super Bowl trophy. Chicago Cubs haven't won a pennant since 1908. They weren't even known as the Chicago Cubs in 1908. 2016, bam, Chicago Cubs. These teams reworked the culture. They turned a losing culture into a winning culture. The general manager, Mickey Loomis of the New Orleans Saints, gets calls all the time from Major League Baseball, hockey, basketball, NBA. How did you change the culture from a losing culture to a winning culture at the New Orleans Saints? Belief. Roadblock, hurdle, or stepping stone? Here we go. Are the challenges that face you a roadblock, hurdle, or stepping stone? So let me tell you some pretty funny stories that actually sound like roadblocks to most of us. There was a guy by the name of Howard. I won't give you his last name yet. He thought he had a great idea. He went to several hundred people. 217 people said, your idea is not a good one. In fact, it's a bad one. We're not going to give you a dime to follow your path, your goal, your dream of your idea. 20 people did. Anybody drink Starbucks coffee this morning? That was the beginning of Starbucks. 2017 people said, bad idea. Walt Disney, happiest place on earth. Beginning of his dream of building an empire, Disney World, bankrupt early in his career. Anybody drive a Bronco or a Mustang? Henry Ford, bankrupt early in his career. You're going to love this one. So picture me as an NBA athlete. I know it's a little hard, so just be creative here. I've missed over 9,000 shots in my life. I've lost nearly 300 games in my life. 26 times my team has trusted me to make the winning shot, and I've missed. I have failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. Michael Jordan. What was my roadblock that turned into a hurdle? Just like the examples I just gave you, that what appears to be a roadblock in turn becomes a hurdle, in turn becomes a stepping stone in your journey, on your way to live your dream and to reach your goals. My equation, my faith, my strong positive beliefs, my amazing supportive family, my incredibly beautiful, amazing, supportive, prayerful wife, preparation, and determination. 701, let me go over these numbers. I think you'll like these random numbers. So, 2,062, those are the amount of points I scored in the NFL. 701 of those points came after 2003, after that missed extra point. 44. I played for the Giants in 2008. They had a kicker that was injured. They brought me in 2008. At 44, I was the oldest player ever voted to the Pro Bowl. 80% versus 91%. What's that all about? I think you'll agree with me that Adam Vinatieri will go down in the history of the NFL as one of the most clutch kickers of all time. In fact, he should be eligible for the NFL Hall of Fame in the next couple of years, and he will go in, no problem. He's a shoo-in. Da-da. In 2010, when the Saints brought me back for 2 more games to fill in for their kicker. Adam Vinatieri's clutch percentage, and a clutch percentage is any kick that's made in the last 2 minutes of the game, or into overtime that win or lose the game. That's clutch kicking. He was 80% versus 91% of me. Crazy, crazy. 1 of 2. So because I got through the roadblock, which became a hurdle, which then became a stepping stone, I became only 1 of 2 players that have played in the NFL for over 4 decades. Within 4 decades. And Super Bowl 44, had the opportunity to come back to the Saints. Super Bowl 44, played 11 games. Their kicker had been suspended for 4 games. They played me for 11 games, and I went on to coach the young kickers and punters into the Super Bowl. Very blessed to be a part of that. So next time you enter your arena, whatever that arena may be, I strongly encourage you to enter with positive, strong beliefs, solid preparation, and have courage to fail and perseverance to succeed. Believe it or not. Thank you.